Oh, wait, are we rolling?
Wait, are we not rolling?
The red light means go?
Yeah, that's what the red light means. I know
crap.
it normally means stop. It can be confusing.
Welcome to GuESPers. It's the comedy podcast where Alex
And Mason.
try to strengthen our relationship by reading each other's minds, and we're back from taking a week off due to the stressful election.
Oh, yeah. The whole world was dying on the night that we normally record this podcast last week, so...
And that proceeded for like 4 more days.
Yeah.
And
Saturday was good.
Yeah, Saturday was good, and then it's been a little tumultuous.
Yeah.
Since then. So we're here to bring you some good vibes. And you know what we should focus on because it's November?
Is it food?
It's food, because nothing makes a November better in the United States of America than consumerism of a grotesque amount of food.
Grotesque amounts of food. You're talking like everybody's getting at least 100,000% of their daily sodium intake.
Yeah, that's just like in the morning.
Yep.
That's like before you even start eating the turkey.
So wait. I have a question. A little Alex history.
Is it related to how you drink salt water the morning of Thanksgiving?
No, it's not. Is that what you do? It was related to your
that's
Thanksgiving
just an
tradition.
American tradition.
Okay.
Yeah. You gotta baste yourself, or you gotta brine yourself before you can baste and eat the turkey.
Because my question was, did you starve yourself the morning of so you could have even more room for the food at the end of the day?
Okay, look me in the eyes.
All right.
Do I look like the type of... I'm not even talking about my body image or anything. Look me only in the eyeballs and ask me if I'm the type of person who has ever starved myself for anything in my entire life.
Maybe once.
Yeah, it was for surgeries. But that's it, bro. I don't even care. The days we go to the state fair, I'm eating a normal breakfast. The days that I know that I got a big party that evening with a lot of pizza, I'm eating a normal sized lunch. Like, I'm not gonna go and for me, doing that doesn't make me more hungry. When I don't eat, I just get lightheaded and angry. I'm a huge hangry person.
It's true. It depended on my mood, but I would and also when I woke up, because on Thanksgiving, everybody knows dinner served at like 2 p.m.
Yeah. Dinner and lunch become the same entity, and it's basically a free-for-all of like whatever comes out of the oven first. And if you misjudged it and that mac and cheese comes out first, I'm sorry. There's no mac and cheese left for dinner time.
I don't know about that one, but it was like everything got ready and we had Thanksgiving dinner at 2, and then it was just like everybody ate as they were hungry for the rest of the day.
Yeah, that pretty
After
much
that
tracks.
first initial, yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much tracks with my family, too. I think that's like most families.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, it also depends on when I wake up. Because when you're a kid, you don't gotta help out. You just kind of get to revel in the food whenever it happens. No, yeah.
Now that I can agree with, because while you are a night owl, I am an early bird. So I was up at the crack of dawn, usually before anybody else had started cooking, and I was just watching the participation of the cooking. I was just excited of all the things in the oven and the pots and the mixing. I just wanted to be a part of the action all the time. I still want to be a part of the action all the time.
I want to be a part of the action now.
Only now?
Well, not now as in just this year. Now as in more recently. Let's just say past 5 years.
And I'm a big tasty boy, and I've been conditioned by 90% of kitchens. I had this manager, shout out to Heidi, the best, living her best life in Colorado. Anyway, she knew I was a big snack boy, and so I would go into the kitchen and she'd be cooking shit, and then she'd just be like, Alex, open up, and I'd be like, put it in my mouth, what are we eating today? And I'd be like, wow, that's good, what is it? Because she'd only tell me afterwards.
There's no peanuts in that, right?
I mean, she knew my allergies already.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a pre-thing. But yeah, and she would just feed me tasty food all the time. So I'm conditioned that if I'm around the kitchen, people will just feed me tasty food. And I mean, you're a big proponent, because I also make that tradition go, because how often am I Mason, taste test?
Oh yeah.
Literally constantly, right?
Constantly. I'm assuming this was at a job. She was giving you your own tasting spoon, right? She wasn't like, here, taste this, stir.
No, she was literally just taking pieces of whatever she made, cutting up a slice, and like tossing it into my mouth,
cool.
open
Cool.
like
no utensils involved.
Yeah, like the gaping maw of just like a sand pit. That was me in my mouth. No, I would never let food go to waste. That's on me, not on her. That was so fun, though. I miss working food service sometimes. When you work, like, what did I work? From there to there. When you work 12 years of food service and then go to an office job, it's kind of a bummer. Like, it's great because you don't have to stand on your feet for, like, 8 to 12 hours a day. But, like, at the same time, it's like, there's no more food. And I have to bring it, and there's one shitty microwave.
There's no more food. And also kind of no more fun. And also you start losing your sense of self because you're staring at a screen for 8 hours a day.
See, that's where I wore my pretty clothing. It's very nice to be a lady in an office setting because you can really, like... They basically just want you to wear ridiculously vibrant colors for, like, business tops. And they have, like, crazy patterns. Sometimes I see them and I'm just like, why is this business? I'll never understand.
I'm not even talking about the clothes, although that is a very interesting aspect of it I didn't even think of. I'm just talking about just, like, you know, you're just kind of droning.
This is getting too sad.
We promised to bring the good vibes.
We're talking about food, man. We're talking about food. Okay, so for the next few weeks, kind of like with our spooky podcast in October, we're rolling out the food podcast. And then we're not even getting into the fact that it is almost Mason's birthday.
Oh, shit, you're right.
We'll be recording an episode 2 days before... Wait, 1 day? 2 days.
It'll be the day before when we record.
Okay, cool. So your birthday's on a Wednesday.
Yes.
So we'll be recording one of the episodes the day before Mason's birthday. Maybe I have something special in mind. Maybe I don't.
What?
No, it's a surprise!
Oh, shit.
And it could be a good one or a boring one.
Now watch, like, nothing happen, and I'm just gonna... And watch me, like, not even remember.
Yeah, no, that's what's great, is that, like, we have, like... I was gonna say photographic. We have audiographic proof...
That you have promised
that I've
something.
promised or not promised to do something, and that you will forget. It's perfect.
Yeah, I will forget.
All right.
I mean, obviously, I just forgot that it was my birthday.
Earlier when I said, and this month is for, and then I left it for you because I thought for sure you were going to be like, your birthday, and then I was going to slap you down and be like, no, it's for consumeristic things of grotesque amount of food. But then you just went straight for food, so.
I may be a selfish person, but if there's something I'll put before myself, it's food.
It's food, yeah, for sure. I remember when I first met you and you were like, Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday. It, like, wasn't even a question for you. You were like, it's Thanksgiving. And then you'd be like, I hate when my birthday falls on Thanksgiving because that's not fair.
Yeah, that's not fair. I always had to go out of town and spend my birthday, and not that I don't love my family. They're fine. But it's my birthday.
Birthdays supersede, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's time for everybody's favorite part of the podcast where we decide a question for who arbitrarily goes first. I can't really remember what I say. It's been a whole week and there was a lot of stress. So give me some slack. I'll probably hit it real good the next time I do this. So that question is going to be food related. So my food related question is, who is the last person who ate a granule of salt?
I want to say that it was me.
I want to say that it was me, because at dinner, after we finished dinner, I licked a salt crystal off my plate from where we seasoned the cauliflower that we ate.
How far into the episode of Legend of Korra were we?
I was still eating after you had already finished.
You sure?
Yes, because I had the skin of my salmon that I put on your plate, and your plate was already clean.
That's true.
Yep. I hadn't even finished eating my salmon yet.
Well, I guess it's you then.
It's me! You did the same thing I did, right? You ate the crystal off the plate?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because we used fancy flaky salt that I found that my cousin left behind from like 3 Christmases ago.
That's good salt.
We've never had a salt grinder before, and I just kind of found it, and it's not expired till next year, so I figured make use.
Yeah, pepper grinder.
We have a pepper grinder. It just expired. It was also from my cousin who brought it over from 2 years ago.
We should get one that we can control.
Yeah, that's true. We should. Fresh pepper.
Freshly ground back pepper. FGBP.
Black pepper?
Yeah.
Is that like fracking, but you're fracking for prepper?
Frack pepper. I mean, technically, I guess that you're...
You are cracking the ground open with
Yeah.
gaseous vibes. I don't think gas is involved now that I'm thinking about it in the crack peppering process. I think it's just like two metal and or plastic bits rubbing against each other. I'm not 100% sure how a pepper grinder works now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, but yeah, I've always been very intrigued because I don't know if I've ever really been in a position where I could know what freshly ground black pepper it tastes like compared to like not. Yeah.
I've had both, and unless you're eating a dish that like showcases pepper, like cacio pepe, then to me, I can't tell a fucking difference.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's just me. Or like eggs. Oh, freshly cracked pepper on eggs. Mwah, chef's kiss. Okay, I'm going first. I'm doing a food related thing. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna come up with an. Okay, I got it, I guess. Here, come get it.
Oh, it's already.
I was like mentally preparing myself to have to think of something, but instead it just appeared in my mind.
Was it intrusive?
Yeah, it was like an intrusive thought for sure.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so I got it, and it's curling. You know, curling.
Okay.
The sport.
Yeah, with the ice and the puck. Well, I guess it's not ice always, but yeah, pucks, brooms.
Yeah, but the little they have like they're not called pucks. I can't remember what they're called, but they're donuts.
Is the ground hot or cold? Or oily? Or floured? I guess I'm thinking about the viscosity of the ground in which the donuts could slide around on them. Is it like a griddle?
The ground is a lightly oiled glass bowl. Not like a bowl, but like, you know, it's like that.
Just a glass countertop.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Lightly oiled
like
glass
cutting
countertop.
board or like whatever. Okay. What kind of donuts? Or donut? I guess there's only one.
Well, they're all the same kind. Well, actually, it depends on your team.
I'm pretty sure like 18 donuts aren't in play at any given moment. I'm pretty sure this is one guy pushes the curler and then a bunch of people broom it as far as physically possible, right?
Yeah, and then you push another one and the first one doesn't move.
So there'd be another. Oh, it's like croquet.
Yeah, and it depends on your team. You could have chocolate with sprinkles. You could have strawberry with sprinkles.
What does good old USA pick for their donut of choice?
USA?
Yeah, because I guess we're doing like the theme of like American food from the lens of American Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, just real quick, we do not condone like any of the horrible travesties that have happened to the Native American people.
Oh yeah, fuck that. The lies and murder that Thanksgiving built on fucking suck.
Yeah, we just like food. Do not condone. Definitely, like Mason is 1 32nd Cherokee, and I've donated to many, what's it called? Indian reservations during the time of the pandemic because they definitely need help. Navajo Nation, stuff like that. There's a lot of GoFundMes. Check out their validity before you go ahead and donate, but you should donate too. In the name of Thanksgiving, especially now to try to give back for the horrible things that we did to them. All right, back to Sorry, that wasn't a bummer. That was just being like, seriously, let's address that real quick.
Yeah, because that is a very dark...
important issue.
Yeah, dark spot on...
Dark spot. This country is founded on blood. You can just say it. It's okay.
Not okay. The whole country is founded on. It's not even a dark spot. It's more like a dark gaping sinkhole.
Yeah. So if you were listening or following Justin McElroy on Twitter during the last week, the sound clip where he talks about what happens if Pennsylvania just falls into a Pennsylvania-shaped hole, that's basically what we're talking about. But it's an United States of America-shaped hole.
Don't know why I thought this, but when you brought up Justin McElroy, I thought you were going to be like, if you follow Justin McElroy on Twitter, you can check out his live tweeting of the movie Hubie Halloween.
He also did a live tweet of QB Halloween.
And I was
That's
like,
good. And we did follow along with it while watching QB Halloween, which we watched last month.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
He does projectile vomit in the first, 2 minutes of the movie, which kind of sets the tone for the whole thing. But I mean, what did you expect?
It's a total Adam Sandler, through and through. But it's more of a... I want to say maybe like a Billy Madison era Adam Sandler as opposed to a Jack and Jill era Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I was
what
just...
What donut would America be? Or did you want to rewind to something else before we get back to that? Okay.
What donut would America be?
What's America's
American donut?
I know what I think America's donut is, but it's my baseline donut.
Chocolate with springs?
That's the fucking baseline donut. Who doesn't sell a chocolate ice with sprinkles?
I was trying to think it was either the chocolate ice with sprinkles.
Don't even bring. I know you're gonna say original glazed, and I want to dunk you straight into a toilet. No, it's not original glazed. Okay, what are you gonna say?
The stereotypical cartoon donut, which I believe is a strawberry with springs.
I think that's just people like the color. Old pink.
Like the Simpsons.
Look, pink.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I also, I was trying to think of some kind of, American, thing that could be donutified, but, they're not really, apple pie donut, yeah, sure it exists.
I mean, it exists. It wasn't great. We've had one.
Yeah.
It wasn't impressive very much in any way, even though apparently it won Best Donut, which is fucking crazy.
It's fucking stupid. Not when that beautiful, beautiful pumpkin mascarpone donut exists.
Mascarpone donut. Okay, we're talking about donuts too much. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Are there uniforms just dipped in the frosting or whatever they have?
Are they dipped in the frosting?
No, I mean
are they just
they look
dripping
like it.
with glaze?
No, they look like it.
Oh, okay.
But yes, also that. Also, they're wet while they do it. And they got to avoid dripping and causing a disturbance in the oil
because
surface.
It'll just get sticky.
Yeah. and their feet are brushes because how are you gonna walk on oil floor?
It's true. I love it. Yes.
Cool. All of this means nothing because that's not what I was thinking about. Okay, ready? Now imagine a wall of, you're in a tomb, right?
Okay.
You're looking at the wall, it's covered in hieroglyphics, but all the hieroglyphics are little cartoon character foods. So a piece of pie, and he's got stick arms and stick legs, and a chicken wing, he's got stick arms and stick legs, and they're all facing each other, and they tell the history of, I don't know, cartoon food people. Pictographs.
It's insert food item here. It has stick arms and stick legs.
Yeah, that. Just anything you can think of. Bucket of chicken.
Bucket. Oh, so there's actual.
There's the physical chicken and then the bucket. Yeah, so this is sausage party rules, where the individual parts are sentient, but then sometimes the entirety is sentient. So it really just depends on the situation.
Where do we sit as a society on sausage party?
Bad.
Because bad.
I don't even need to wait. It's bad. It's racist and bad.
Yeah, it's pretty racist.
Yeah, and bad. I like the part where Edward Norton shows up.
Edward Norton?
Yeah, real life Edward Norton. Remember they go through that portal at the end and they see into the real world?
Yes.
Yeah, I like the part where it's fucking bananas and has nothing to do with the food. It's also sexist and 18 other things.
Which is crazy because Seth Rogen and Adam Goldberg are not those things, but they made that movie.
I mean, there's a lot of problematic content in quite a few of their movies. I'm not excusing their behavior. I'm just saying I don't not enjoy those movies also. Yeah. It's fucked up. There's a weird line. I don't know. I'm over it. I'm under it. I don't like it, but I also sometimes like it. I don't know. I don't like to talk about it. I should talk about it. That's my privilege showing. Fuck! Whatever. Anyway, do you want to say something to get me out of my foot? Out of my mouth?
To get you out of your foot?
Out of my mouth. Foot, mouth, me.
What was your thing again?
Hieroglyphics with the cartoon legs.
People. Yeah, because I was just imagining, because you have the fried chicken thigh that's got arms and legs, but then also the bucket it came out of has arms and legs, and I'm assuming a face.
Yeah, they have a little cartoon face, but they're Egyptian faces, so it's half their face because they're facing sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, and they're when the weird both of their legs are showing. I don't really understand, but There's like a reason for that. They thought it was more aesthetically pleasing or something like that to be like shown from the profile.
Yeah.
Whatever. So did you want to milk that bit for like a little bit more, or are we good on that?
The cartoon.
Yeah. Did you mine any ore?
I know, that's what I'm trying to think of, like, funny other food things that could just have stick arms and legs.
I have a pun idea.
Okay.
Did you mine any Knorr? Like the brand that makes the stuffing? Knorr. Or I think they make those rice packets.
Oh, with the K. Yes.
Yeah, Knorrs.
I think there's no S. Yeah.
Yeah, and they make those like instant rice packets.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I remember me and my mom, we'd go to the fucking base because my mom's a veteran. And, shout out. I guess Happy Veterans Day tomorrow. Anyway.
Which is technically a few days ago.
Yeah, this will come out after, but while we're recording it, it's tomorrow. So, whatever. Anyway. And we'd always fucks with like one of those packets, the one that was like herbs and cheese. You know what I'm talking about? The little pasta boy.
Yeah.
What do they call those? I think they're literally called pasticides.
I think so.
Yeah, or some shit. And I used to always make a joke like, aside, I eat this as the main dish, or something like really shitty and bad for like a kid joke. And we'd like just go to town on one of those. You just fucking add water and boom, pasta, dude.
Yeah. I just keep thinking of pastaroni, which is a completely different thing.
Yeah, pastaroni is in a box and is more highbrow and isn't $1.
Is it? I thought pastaroni was $1.
I think it's like $1.10. I don't know. I know that the bags are cheaper. Maybe they're cheaper than $1. Maybe they're like 89 cents, and then pastaroni's $1.
Oh my god, does each individual strand of spaghetti have arms and legs?
Before they're cooked, yes. After they're cooked, they're an entity.
They're an entity?
They've become like a hive mind of pasta sauce.
I was going to say, is it like, what's that Pokemon, Wishy-Washy?
I was just going to say Tangela, but yeah, Wishy-Washy, sure.
Where it's like has
school
the one form and then the school form, yeah.
Yeah. I thought you liked Tangela. Why didn't you make a Tangela
I love
joke?
Tangela, because Tangela's only got one. I wanted to
He's got Tangy growth.
I know,
but... He turns into a big grow boy.
Well, I know, but
He's Miracle Grow.
But his little strands are never sentient on their own.
How do you know? Maybe he's an extruded Zubat.
They don't have arms and legs.
that one, I love. So when I told Mason that, he was in the middle of saying the thing about the arms and legs, but the joke obviously hit him, and it hit him physically too, because his head lolled back when he laughed like he was shot in the face. It was pretty good. Good content. Would watch again.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yeah, you can do it. Remember, food only, baby.
Okay. And... Do it.
It's an egg, and you put it in the boiling water to cook it, and then you bring it over, and you take your little spoon to crack it open, and it's a Cadbury egg.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, is that copyrighted? It's a chocolate egg. There you go.
I'll let it pass.
I fixed it. Yeah. And you were like, that's not what I put in the boiling water. Or whatever you would do.
That is incredible. Like it's a real egg, and then you boil it, and it still looks like a real egg. It's like the cake meme all over again.
Like, oh yeah, and then you like tapped it, but it fell apart, and it was chocolate, and it was hollow. Oh my god. Yeah. Real quick, I've told Mason about this before, but I'm gonna tell you, podcast. Hey, podcast. Back when I was young, tender ages, back in California, they had these things called Milka cream eggs. I don't know if they still make them or not. Milka was like purple, milk with an A. And they made these little 4 cartons, right? You can get chocolate or you could get vanilla or whatever it was. I don't know, cream. And it came with a little spoon, a little purple spoon. And then it had divots of where you would crack it, and that's where the chocolate was thinnest, right? And you tap it with your spoon, and inside was cream, and you use the spoon to eat the cream out of the egg, and then you eat the eggshell because it was made of chocolate. Or if you were a Neanderthal, you could put the whole thing in your mouth like an animal.
Probably what I would have done.
Why did you get the cute little spoon then? Obviously they want you to do that first thing. Anyway, that is my favorite candy that's on store shelves ever. And they stopped making and or selling it because Milka is not an American brand.
But Milka still exists.
Yes, and so I'm wondering if they just don't bring the eggs to the States.
Yeah.
And they come out around Easter, obviously. And I fucking eggs again one day. Those were the best. And they don't sell them anymore. I just wanted to tell everybody about my nostalgic chocolate egg story.
I want that exact thing, but I want each of them to come not only with the little spoon, but like one of those like little egg, you know what I'm talking about? Those little like egg stands.
Oh, that would be so
The
cute.
little
But it's
singular.
also made of chocolate.
Oh my god, so you could eat it too.
Oh, it's so cute. I
And I
want to
wa-
eat everything.
And I want the spoon to be made of
and the
like
packaging to be made of
my
chocolate.
God,
and the
everything
grocery
that-
store to be made of chocolate.
Oh no.
And I'm made of chocolate.
Oh no.
What happened? Oh, you're made of chocolate. Mason just froze in a weird statue position with his hand above his head, and so I couldn't figure out what was happening, but I realized he's made of chocolate.
Yep.
I'm a chocolate world. No, you know what I should do? I'm chocolate dabba dee dabba da da dabba dee dabba chocolate dabba dee da da.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
So, fucking one of the biggest revelations. We watch YouTube in this household. We watch a lot of it. I think we've mentioned enough on the podcast for you guys to figure that out by now.
I don't really know why we need to state our position on YouTube. I'm pretty sure most people watch YouTube.
Well, I know, but like we like are invested in a lot of different channels where I feel like a lot of people probably watch YouTube like passively.
Oh, okay, I see.
But one of the biggest revelations of the past month for me is one that a Yoo-Hoo candy bar exists.
Gross.
Figured that out while watching Good Mythical Morning,
Don't want to
and two, that it's made that. Not only is the Yoo-Hoo candy bar made by the company that does 90% of chocolate Easter bunnies, but that 90% of chocolate Easter bunnies are made by the same company.
So I guess my biggest question at that point is also Yoo-Hoo the brand owned by Big Chocolate Easter Bunny. Like Big
Or
Pharma, but it's Big
Was
Chocolate
that
Easter
just
Bunny.
a collab?
Yeah. So is Big Chocolate Easter Bunny just supporting Yoo-Hoo's bar dreams, and then they're owned by their own, I don't know, Yoo-Hoo Inc. Like, I don't know. I didn't look that deeply.
And Rhett and Link said that it tastes like a chocolate Easter bunny, but then I'm thinking, why doesn't it just taste like Yoo-Hoo? Why wouldn't it just taste like the thing that it's supposed to be a chocolate bar of?
Based on the way it looks, to me, it looks like it would taste exactly like chocolate coins.
Yeah.
You know how all chocolate coins taste the exact same?
Yeah.
You ever know how, like, chocolate coins have, like, a Sacagawea dollar in it? And you'd always be like, don't even usually get these in real life. Why the fuck am I getting it in chocolate? Thanks, I guess. And there's, like, one chocolate dime, and you're like, this is a fucking waste of my time.
Yeah. Why is it, this is a fucking pebble?
You ever get so stressed out that you can't, like, get through the wrapper because it's fucking stupid sometimes?
It's so, like,
And so
hermetically sealed almost.
Here's my solve, right? Stick the candy half in your teeth, bite down, just go, ah! And then the foil will fold up to your teeth because it doesn't understand what's happening, and then you can very easily pull it off and eat the chocolate. Can I say a weird mouth thing?
Yeah.
Do you, when you're eating, consciously think about making your bite divisions to be chewed easily on both sides of your mouth so you don't favor one side of your mouth when chewing?
Used to.
It
used to be the bane of my existence. Because one, I don't have another option. I have to eat on the sides. I can't even really bite with my front teeth because I have a gap.
Yeah, Mason doesn't... Well, he does have a gap between his front teeth, but Mason has a gap that's like 1.5 centimeters between his top and bottom teeth where they don't connect or even come close to connecting.
In the front.
Yeah, across the whole front. So Mason could not take a sandwich and bite with only his front teeth and perforate it because there would be the 1.5 centimeters where the teeth don't come together.
Yeah, which is why I don't like having pickles on my burgers because I can't bite through them and they just slop out and drag all the condiments with them.
You've never said that specific thing. You've always said all the part about it slopping out. You never said the part where you can't bite through them, and I feel like I've made a pickle revelation with you.
I don't know why I've never made that specific thing before, because that is definitely what it's...
Yeah, you always just say, I like pickles because they slop out and take the condiments. And I was always just like, that seems... I don't understand why that's a problem for you. And then I moved on with my life.
And it's because unless I shove it into the back of my mouth where I can actually bite all the way through and pull... It just
annoying.
doesn't happen.
Wait, roll back. What were we talking about?
The
Chocolate
a
coins.
mouth on each side.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
with the chewing. So why'd you stop?
I just stopped caring.
I have dental problems, so I kind of got to make sure that I eat on both sides of my mouth so nobody gets fucked up too much.
Yeah, I feel like I favor my left side more.
I favor my right, and I have to really focus on trying to chew on the left. But I also lost a tooth on the left side of my mouth, so it's give and take. But yeah, so if you have mouth-related chewing opinions, throw those down in the comments. We'd love to hear one of them, or just like any communication whatsoever.
we're really desperate.
If you want to be our first real review on Apple Podcasts, I would love for our first review to be like, I eat on the left side of my mouth, and that's like all it says.
3 stars.
3 stars. They talked about mouths too much. Like, I would love for that to be our first comment. And that could be you. We are a part of ratethispodcast.com/GuESPers.
Yes,
so
we are.
If you want to go and find easily just 2 venues, because I can't add more than 2 podcast reviewing sites because we don't pay for it. I don't have enough money to pay for it.
Oh, yeah, no, we're hella broke.
So if you want to review it on Apple Podcast or a thing that I've never heard of and can't remember the name of, please go to ratethispodcast.com/GuESPers. Anyway, so...
What was your guess?
You are guessing right now.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. It's your turn.
Did I say what my image was?
I don't think so. What did I guess?
I don't know, but I definitely went, do it to it, and then you shouted something out.
Okay, well, this is a pickle.
It wasn't right, whatever it was.
Oh, yes, it was. The egg and the chocolate egg. No, I'm not saying yes, it was right. I'm saying yes, I remember what it was. It was the chocolate real egg situation.
Yes, that is what it was.
Yeah, you boiled it, but it wasn't melted.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it was.
No.
Why not?
I can't control that. Oh.
Yeah, you could by just saying yes. Just break the whole podcast.
One day I'm going to be too tired to try to explain whatever stupid shit came into my head, and I am just going to be like, yeah, you're right.
You're going to break the integrity of the podcast. How dare.
And now the first time that and then when it actually happens for the first time, no one's going to believe me.
Yeah. You just ruined all of the faith in the podcast. Thanks, Mason. God.
Okay, well, that just means that I'll have to guess your thing correctly the first time.
Yeah, whatever.
So you know those doorways where it's instead of doors, it's just a bunch of beads? Yeah.
Yeah. But it's candy necklaces?
That would have been better.
Oh, what's yours made out of?
A bucatini.
A bucket? Dry bucatini?
No. Cooked bucatini.
It's wiggly.
Because you got to be able to it's got to be wavy.
Bucatini's only about a foot long, so is it just hit
It's
tall
really
people?
long bucatini.
Oh, okay. I want to see that package sold at the grocery store where it takes up the entire aisle.
Yeah, it's like they made it fresh, and they set their stand mixer on the counter edge. I mean, or on a really high thing, and then they just let it droop down before they cut it.
The gluten development in that dough must be amazing, because it didn't break. Because we've watched on Babish, that shit just fucking gives up after a while. It just
likes to curl, yeah.
Yeah. No, not the curling. The part where the pasta just stops extruding because it's just too long, so it just breaks. You can only make it so long.
Make it as long as you want it to be.
You make it as long as you want it to be.
It's just gotta be 6 feet.
Does fresh pasta mold, I guess? Or does it just get hard?
It's been, no, then it wouldn't be wiggly.
Mason trying to do the mental gymnastics to keep his pasta door wiggly.
I don't know. My last guess was about curling, but with giant donuts on an oiled glass surface. So
compared to cartoon pie hieroglyphics, what the fuck? What does that mean?
Yeah, no, it's just these don't have to make sense. No, it doesn't mold.
No, that was a real life question, not an in your world question.
Probably.
I was just asking you if fresh pasta molds or not.
Most food does, so I'm gonna say yes.
Well, sometimes food, whatever. Okay, so let's say you leave out. I'm trying to think of something. A piece of jelly, right? The jelly probably won't mold. Won't it just get hard like a rock?
But then would it mold after that?
Yeah, it might mold after that, but it's going to get hard at some point,
All
right?
food eventually molds, is what I think I'm getting at.
I mean, I don't think honey molds because it's antibacterial, right?
God, you just gotta find the one thing. No, I mean, yes, sure.
I don't think salt will mold. If it did, that's just impressive. How'd you get mold to grow on such a selenionic or whatever environment?
That's like
vinegar?
Is vinegar food?
I don't know. Is anything food?
Well,
is everything food? What's not food? What's the shorter list? What is food or what isn't food? Because poison's not food, but a lot of people eat it.
That's true. Oh, man, I actually had a really good thing.
Do you want me to go back to the things
please.
I was saying?
I really want to remember
Okay, I said honey doesn't mold.
Oh, yeah, spices. Okay, it's always blown my mind that spices expire, and mostly just because they're good for so long. And it's like, why after 4 years did my cumin just decide I'm going to stop tasting like cumin now?
Okay, I'm going to answer that question for you. You ready?
Yeah.
For real science? Yeah, no, it's not like a whatever. Like, it's not like a single solitary moment that cumin went, and I'm flavorless. It was a very slow and long process, but about at the time frame that is stamped onto your Best Buy logo is about the time when your cumin is going to start tasting flavorless regardless because it's just been too long.
But, okay, so what determines that date as opposed to like a week before that? Isn't it just going to be pretty subpar cumin at that point also?
Yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of times they tell you to toast your own spices fresh and stuff like that. That's why you get a spice grinder, stuff like that.
I guess I want to know what determines... With anything that doesn't necessarily go bad in the sense that, like, you'll get sick if you eat it, but, like, goes bad in the sense that, like, it starts losing its potency. What determines the date they end up stamping on the thing?
I'm sure just science. I'm sure just exposing the spices to air for that long eventually just, like, it loses its perfumey qualities.
I know, but, like, at what loss of flavor potential do they say, this is it, this is the cap we're calling?
I'm saying it's different for every single spice, dude.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, even for specific spices, like, it's gonna suck before that. It's gonna be like subpar crap.
It's not gonna suck. It just
that.
won't be as potent.
And then on that date, it no longer has potency.
No, it's not exactly that date, and that's why it's not a date usually. It's usually November of, like, 2020. It'll be a month, one.
Gotcha.
And two, yeah, in October it probably wasn't tasting great. It's just like a round ballpark of when it probably will not be as strong.
Cool.
I think you're overthinking it.
That's what I was getting at, is that it's not really... They're just kind of being like, 2 years, boom.
Yeah, check out episode corrections. That's GuESPers.com, and I'll put the answer to this question, I guess, there. I put the answers to many questions there. You got a question? I'll put it there.
I don't feel like we have that many episode corrections so far for this.
I mean, don't fucking jinx us. You don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, we can fucking start talking about Davy Jones in a second. Like, I don't know much about Davy Jones.
About Davy Jones. I'm just kidding.
No, it's a food podcast. Unless we're gonna eat him, then I don't freaking care.
Calamari.
That's just the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean representation of Davy Jones. He's not always a fucking Cthulhu man.
It's very true.
So he's not always made of calamari. Alright, so it's my turn?
Yeah, I just thought of a funny joke.
Tell your joke.
I don't know if I want to. It's kind of lame.
Tell your joke.
It's if it was the Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones would be Kalanai, because he's played by Bill Nye.
That is a joke for somebody who knew who played Davy Jones, because I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I knew you wouldn't. I was like...
I'm trying to remember. I've been listening to Hannah Hart's, like, punny dad jokes all day. And I'm trying to remember. She told one in this, like, last episode the ravioli one where I went, oh, that was actually like a really good joke. It was something. I'm trying to remember it real quick so I can tell it to you. Whatever, I don't remember. I know it had something to do with kneading the dough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was good. Anyway.
It's your turn.
It's my turn. I'm going to do the thing where I think my thoughts and I'm going to think them at you real good. That's not food. That's not food. Oh, that's food. All right, go.
Okay. So.
Okay.
What are those candies? Do you know the candies? It's like they're like little balls and they're like in a plastic like pouch and you can like pop it open and kind of like poop them out. They're like little balls. What are those called?
Gumballs.
No, because they're not gum.
The only thing that I can think of pooping out is that like reindeer that I have that poops out brown jelly beans, and you touch his head and his butt opens up and then a jelly bean falls out.
Yeah, but it wasn't like an apparatus. It was just like the wrapper. They were just like little like they were just in plastic.
Are you talking about the ones we got in Japan and they look like Kokeshi dolls? And it's like 3 little balls in a row and you just rip off the top and you can just pour out the little balls. They're in the display case.
No.
I bet those are expired.
Yeah, they definitely are. I can't remember what they're called. I'll try to find them tomorrow. I'll put that on myself.
Episode corrections.
I was say like
GuESPers.tumblr.com.
that, but it's meatballs, and I'm going to assume that I'm wrong.
Meatballs in a Go-GURT packet is basically what you're describing.
It's not a Go-GURT packet.
Well, it's a tube of meatballs as if they were tennis balls is what you want me to... That's my serving vessel to squeeze out ready-made meatballs.
And you can just kind of like squeeze in between the meatballs and one of them just kind of slides out.
Sure. It has nothing... I'm not demeaning your thought process. I'm demeaning the thought of Go-GURT meatballs.
It's not that implies that they're like a paste, and they're not.
No, the only part of Go-GURT I'm talking about is the accessibility and also the on-the-go nature of Go-GURT.
Yeah.
So we're talking on-the-go meatballs.
On-the-go meatballs.
So go balls.
Go
balls. Gumballs again. I'm back at gumballs.
They're not gumballs.
Okay, so you're really fucking close, dude. Like, I can't even tell you because I was picturing... Ready? Now, wait for it. It's part unedible, but part edible, okay?
Okay.
Mothballs, right? Which are tiny little white balls. Ooh. But you're served a plate of french fries and a burger, and there's mothballs on the side. Those are poisonous. You're like, what the fuck? So you get rid of them, and then moths attack your burger.
Oh, shit. It was the only thing protecting me.
Yeah, it was like on purpose, and you ruined it.
Oh, man, I need that, like...
Mothball protection?
Not that, but like some kind of like bug repellent.
I got you, fam. It looks like an apple and it's full of like fruit fly juice.
Yeah, and it like they serve it to you at places where there's like outdoor seating. Like at the state fair, that would be amazing. They would just like give it to you with your foods because you have to eat outside, so you can just be like have that next to your food.
The thing about that is they'd have to give you like a citronella candle, you know what I mean? And then the smell of the citronella is gonna mess with the taste of your food. I just don't think that they should put any stalls in the agricultural center. That's all that I'm saying about the state fair.
Had to eat possibly the best thing we even ate that year, but we ate it in the rodeo house next to all the horse poop.
Oh my, like literally the back door of the arena where they were showing the animals. Like there was so much shit and flies.
It was basically like a beignet that had just been drowned in fucking... It wasn't a beignet. They were little balls. It was on like a stick. There were like 3 of them, and there was like chocolate sauce and shit. Like,
yeah, it was really good. And it smelled a lot like poop in that room. Like, a lot like poop. And I don't know why there was a stall there for food. And that was the only stall that served that delicious treat.
Mm-hmm. I'm just mad they don't have the Dr. Pepper ice cream anymore.
Ain't everybody mad about Dr. Pepper ice cream?
It was the best.
It was the best. All right. We made our own Dr. Pepper ice cream. No, we made Dr. Pepper cupcakes.
No, we made Dr. Pepper ice cream.
We also made Dr. Pepper cupcakes.
And it was, yeah, we did both. And I remember the ice cream was like a giant hit when I took it to like my dad's house that one time. Everybody fucking loved it.
Dr. Pepper is so good. Haters be gone.
Oh yeah, haters be
I
fucking gone.
remember my transformative period in California where I first tried a Dr. Pepper. I'd never had it before. And they were like, you want a Dr. Pepper? And I was like, I have no idea what that is. And they were like, it's soda. And I went, yes. And then I drank it, and I was like, this is the only thing I ever wanted to drink. And I did, and then I drank it, and it was great.
What's our dream city that we want to live in? Seattle. That would be like I would love to live in Seattle. I would hate not having easy access to Dr. Pepper anymore.
Jesus, you just go fucking into Missouri and they just suddenly only have Pepsi products. I literally don't understand where the lines for divinational fucking soda development is, but I hate them.
Yeah.
Ooh, Pepsi. Why? Why is there no Coke up here? There should be Coke everywhere.
Yeah, I would miss Dr. Pepper. I miss a lot of things.
Stupid regionality.
Yeah.
My mom grew up in the regionality where they just called Coca soda. So when she moved to California and they were like, what would you like? And she'd be like, I'll get a Coke with this instead of like tea.
Oh,
and
they called every soda
Coke.
Just Coke.
Yeah,
okay,
and
cool.
the person would be like, okay, and leave. And mom would be like, I didn't tell you what kind I wanted. And then I think it was my aunt maybe who told her, was like, you have to tell them what kind of soda you want. And my mom's like, it's a Coke. Like, aren't they gonna? But that's just and then it was like a whole thing.
I know that that's like a region, like it's like a regional colloquialism to just like say that's the dumbest one. It's the dumbest one. I can't believe, like, no, like this isn't like Kleenex or Band-Aid where like that shit can fly. Like, no, like you go to a restaurant, you say Coke, they're gonna bring you a fucking Coke.
Coca-Cola.
Like I can't imagine how that works even in the region where it's normal.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to. I don't even know where that happens.
Yeah, like you just say, what would you like to drink? And you say a Coke, and they say what kind, and I actually want a Coke. Do I just say a Coke again?
I think you need to say Coca-Cola.
That's
I think you need to say the whole name.
That is so, like, it's.
What I want to know is how that works for Diet Coke, because that isn't Diet Coca-Cola. It's literally called
just
Diet Coke.
Yeah.
So if you want a Diet Coke in those places, do you have to say that? And they're like, what kind of diet drink do you want? I mean, I guess what are the chances of them really having a second diet drink? Most places usually only have the one diet drink. Well, how fucked up would you be if you're like, I'd like a Coke, and they bring you an RC?
I would be so upset. I would never eat at that place again. One, how dare you default to that? And two, how dare you carry that?
I just wanted to say a drink that I knew that, like, wouldn't be any of the, like, typical standards. That's why I went with RC. Royal Crown. You know, my mom exclusively drank Diet Royal Crown, like, my whole fucking, like, childhood.
God, it's already bad enough. You had to make it
She
diet.
chose to do that. She chose. Actively picked the decision to do that.
Gross.
Yeah.
That's so gross. It's so gross.
RC isn't that bad. I don't know why you're
so
like
bad.
freaking out.
It's so bad that nobody knows what it is anymore. Like,
obviously it still exists. Remember, one of the places I worked, they had it on tap.
I know. Whatever. All I'm saying is, like, everybody's like always like, what's the best, Coke, Pepsi, or Dr. Pepper? You know what they never throw in there? RC, because it's not even a contender.
I like how when they do top four, they're like Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Sprite, and it's like, hey, one of those is not like the other three.
Yeah, because they would rather throw in a completely different kind of soda.
Okay, but for me, it would be like root beer. That would be the one that you should actually throw into the brown drink running. Like, you know what I mean?
Let's see that. But then root beer is its own category. What kind of root beer? A&W, Pargs, Mug? What are we talking?
I don't know. You could say the same thing about Coke. Coke Zero, Coke fucking...
No, because those are
Coke,
different
orange
kinds
Coke,
of...
lemon Coke.
Because those are just different kinds of Coke. It's all root beer. It's not like Mug is cherry and A&W is some other crazy flavor. No, they're all just root beer.
I guess that's true. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so what if I say A&W?
That's probably the most standard one.
Oh,
And it'd probably be my least favorite out of those four things.
I guess that's why they don't put that as the third one, because they want one to actually have a chance in the running.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because if you ask me, well, I go back and forth. I like Mug a whole lot sometimes, and other times I like Pargs. I very rarely will go for the A&W if I have a choice.
And I don't like root beer.
Anyway.
Do you remember my poor elementary school that I grew up in, where we didn't have a lot of choices in anything or control over anything because we were so poor?
Mm-hmm.
One time we were rewarded for doing a thing by getting root beer floats, right? With a scoop of shitty, like, generic fucking vanilla ice cream.
Come in like a big, like, tub that has, like, a
I
handle.
Like, yes, hey, I don't like root beer. Can I just get the vanilla ice cream? And they're like, due to the policies of the elementary school, we're not allowed to edit this at all. So you either take it and just fish it out of the root beer and eat it knowing that it's fucking soaked in root beer juice, or you don't get one. And so I was like, I don't want one then. And then boom, I didn't have anything. So everybody's enjoying root beer floats. And then there's Alex sitting sad in the corner who they just couldn't give a fucking scoop of vanilla ice cream to without pouring goddamn licorice soda over the top of it.
It's like, you're already
I know. I know. I have never had such a, like, standoff with someone as I did with the lady who poured the gravy over the mashed potatoes. And I was like, don't. And she was like, I have to. School regulation. I can't do special treatment. I was like, just don't reach for the second. And the whole time she was, like, reaching. I was like, don't. And I'm, like, screaming at the lunch lady.
If you do that, it's going directly into the garbage.
And she still fucking did it. Looked me dead in the eye, too. Horrible. Anyway.
I would have picked it back up, set it back on the counter in front of me, and kept moving along in line.
It wasn't like, so, like, our elementary school is too poor to have a counter. There's literally just a window punched out of the wall, and then behind the window is a big tray of, like, hot plates. And then they scoop your tray and then just give it to you. You don't slide a lot. I was so amazed when I moved to a place that did have a long counter where you, like, set a tray on and slid it down where you picked your options. I had never been to somewhere that fancy.
I didn't. I mean, obviously I knew about it, and then obviously I'd been to, like, buffet restaurants where that's a thing.
Oh, yeah, I'd been to buffet restaurants.
Like,
I always saw that stuff in, like,
regional
movies for schools, and I was like, can't relate. My school's not like that. School too poor.
Yeah, but I actually didn't buy my lunch. I brought my lunch exclusively until high school.
Damn.
Yeah, and even then I didn't do the tray because I always went to the counter that had, like, the pre-wrapped chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, we didn't have that either in my elementary school. There was just the one. We didn't even have a vending machine. That's how poor my elementary school was. No vending machines.
My elementary school didn't have vending machines, just the one line. My middle school had the one line, but also had vending machines. And then my high school had, like, multiple different lines.
Oh, yeah, I went to an extremely rich high school, so... We fucking had a Pizza Hut. We
didn't have any branded content, but...
To be fair, the Pizza Hut was open maybe 1 out of the 5 days of the week. I literally could not understand the Pizza Hut schedule. They just made them whenever they felt like it.
If I saw that Pizza Hut line open,
and, like,
that would have been it. I would have dropped everything I had that day and just to eat pizza.
And then, like, consistently had, like, chicken drop-offs, Chick-fil-A drop-offs.
Huh.
They'd be like, Chick-fil-A dropped off 500 sandwiches. So first 500 of the fucking 1,800 students in your year. No, more, because that's just my school year. Had 1,800 students. So fucking times that by everybody else in the high school. Had to all compete for shitty Chick-fil-A. I never did. Fuck Chick-fil-A.
I hate shit like that. So what I would do is they would have these days where, for a little bit more money than you would normally have to pay for, like, a pizza slice from the regular line, they'd have actual good pizza, like, from a place, and it'd be on the, like, floor above the cafeteria, kind of overlook the cafeteria. They have a little table set up, and you could, like, pay, like, $5 for a huge ass fucking slice of pizza. Whoa. But they had very limited quantity, and if you had anything other than a lunch, you're almost guaranteed to not get
That's
a pizza.
fucking bullshit. They should like sparse it out. You know what I mean? Like we got 500 Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I don't even want to say Chick-fil-A. We got 500 chicken sandwiches and there's 4 lunches. So fucking divide 500 by 4. Sorry about the change, and then that's what you sell per lunch period.
Yep.
It's not fair any other way.
So what I would do is I would always swing out of my way on my way to that class period that, like, I had to go to while other kids went to lunch first, and I would just fucking buy my pizza and take it to class and just hold on to it until lunchtime.
You suck. Because in mine, you had to go in the cafeteria. And they literally wouldn't let you in the cafeteria if it wasn't your, like, lunchtime. So, like, that wouldn't have been possible for me, like, at any other time.
They could not stop you from going into the cafeteria at my high school because there was literally the giant staircase that led to the other floors was in that. I mean, there were other staircases in other places, but, like, it would have been too ridiculous to try and wrangle all the kids. Like, you just had to move through it to get to your class sometimes.
Yeah.
So, there was no way.
Imagine that, but, like, my whole school. Like, you couldn't move anywhere without hitting, like, 18 kids. There's too many kids! Anyway, I don't want to talk about school anymore. I've graduated multiple times.
Should I take one more quick round?
Yeah, take a quick round. Take a second.
All right,
2 second time.
What do we got?
What you got up in the old noodle?
Go.
I'm imagining a butt cake and you pour the decorative sugar crystals over the top, but it's pulverized Flamin' Hot Cheetos. You accidentally made a spicy butt cake.
That sounds horrible.
Look at fucking Duncan Hines. They have that ghost pepper donut. I think the frosting is like strawberry to like offset the like really fucking spicy.
Like, that just sounds bad. Like, if you're gonna...
I mean, obviously it's a shitty gimmick.
I know, but like, if you're gonna do a ghost pepper donut, go whole hog. Don't try to fucking like throw a weird other conflicting flavor profile on there to try like...
How you feel about gourmet hot sauce though? Do you want a hot sauce that tastes good? Do you want a hot sauce that's just spicy? I got you there, Mason.
Well, I want hot sauce that tastes good.
Okay, then shut
up. But I also... that doesn't sound like it tastes good. Like, if you're gonna counteract it, put it on a flavor that might actually go with the ghost pepper.
What are you gonna fucking do with the ghost pepper? Because you got, like, habanero mango, you know what I mean? Why not strawberry ghost pepper? Who the fuck knows? Maybe that's a great combo.
Maybe. It doesn't sound like it, though. Like,
No,
habanero mango sounds like might be pretty good.
But
like,
what about mango ghost pepper? No, that doesn't sound good.
Well, no, that
maybe.
might...
Why?
Because
it's like a chutney? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What are you doing with fucking strawberry? Like...
maybe it's good. Maybe the fruity flavor balances it, like chocolate and spicy.
I don't know. Like, here, let me get my fucking Carolina Reaper pepper donut.
I'm not gonna defend a donut I'm never gonna eat. Let's move on.
With my fucking
So I fucking
icing.
nailed it with my pulverized Cheeto dust butt cake.
No.
What do you mean? What the fuck?
No, my thing, so there's a guy. So you see this guy, right?
Yep, he's a guy.
Going to the high dive. Everybody's so impressed. They're like, oh, what's going on? And then he jumps on the board and he dives in. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, what? It's kind of like weirdly like concave now. Oh, he dove into a Coke bottle.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Jell-O for sure.
He dove into a Coke bottle.
Wow, he really thread the needle on the mouth, right? He like right through the hole? That's impressive. Coke bottles have very thin spouts.
Yeah, it was big enough for him to fit through, but just barely.
And joke's on him, they didn't decap it.
No, he just slams into the cap.
Slams in the lid like a metal thud. Bones are all broken.
So fucked up.
What, I think you just pitched me Coke's next summer project. Like a guy at a pool and he like runs... Oh, well, podcast is ruined. Let's delete the audio feed because Mason let the fucking alarm go off.
I even set it for later, too.
Well, not late enough, it seems.
I'll push it back another 5 minutes. We'll see how that goes next week.
Next week when we hit the wall again. All right, fucking, I'm going to stop taking 10 hours to do these ending whatevers. You already heard it. ratethepodcast.com/GuESPersPod. Well, it doesn't say GuESPers. It's just GuESPers. Okay, go. You go. I can tell you want to go.
No. I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say. All right, you're going timed in. Let's go.
All right. podcast.com/GuESPers. We got Apple Podcasts. You can hit us up 5 stars. You got everything. There's a YouTube video. You can watch that, write a comment, like, subscribe, and then episode corrections that goes up on GuESPers.tumblr.com. We got a Twitter page that's /@GuESPers podcast, right? Is this podcast?
Sure, it's one or the other.
Yeah, one or the other, boys. That's
we-
like our whole shit. And then remember, we're still fundraising to get 100 subscribers on YouTube so we can get a unique URL.
What do we do on the Twitter, Alex?
I sometimes do 5-minute memes if I remember. And updates.
That's pretty good. Is that everything?
Yeah, sure.
All right, boom. You did it. That was 35 seconds.
Oh, I didn't realize you were like still counting.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Mason, you feel good about that?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that.
I'm gonna pour gravy over the top. Is that okay?
No, please don't.
I can't. I have to.
No,
It's school regulations.
Come on. No.
All right, take us out then.
I really don't want gravy on my mashed potatoes, but you're gonna do it anyway.
GuESPers podcast. But also, don't you like gravy on your mashed potatoes?
Yes, I do. I love it. This is where they're guessing